It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Oh, now Hopkins, slow to get up here. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 6. Burrow now off the bootleg. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From midfield now, Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And Burrow going to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end Uzomah. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll start with the option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Brown with the stick skills. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. The quick feet by Jackson. Dropped at the 35. So able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, his arm strength, never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 16, Burrow. And his pass incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Dancing to his left. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Here we go. Ready?
First down. Here's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Jackson going to run again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Uzama. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 2.
Mixon will try the right side, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Burrow will throw.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
One of the selling points of the in route, is against a quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. McPherson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. James Prochet to return it. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a...
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even
after review of the play, ruling on a field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the 35 on second down. Jackson, he's got his man. It's Andrews.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if he can make someone miss in the open field.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Jackson. His throw incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
But Jackson going to hold on to it again. He juked him, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Burrow and the Bengals down 10-6, exactly 1 minute remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw, Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing, Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Burrow. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here and gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Crochet to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However,